Hi, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates, or doesn't create, or didn't create for a long time. I plan on changing that though. And I just wanted to come back and say hi and catch up. It's been a while. It's been since November or December, I think. And also share some happy mail that I got while I was away or out sick. I got this one, I believe, back in March, actually. This is from Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. And then I have another one I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to show you some art projects I've been working on just in the last few weeks. I have not done any journaling, not the creative kind anyway. I really haven't even been doing a written journal. I've been trying a little bit the last month or two. If you had seen any of my videos last year, I had just started my channel in June of 2021, last year, and didn't get very far before I got sick at the beginning of August, and I got really sick and was on oxygen. I had, that dreadful C word. And got pneumonia, on oxygen, couldn't breathe, blah, blah, blah. And I did talk about that in some of those last videos because I actually was on oxygen doing some of the videos. But then in October, the beginning of October, so 9 months ago now, I woke up one morning and my leg didn't work at all. Well, it started with my foot and progressed over a period of a few days. And I also lost probably about 85% use of my right hand as well. And that actually was very, very limiting. So is the leg, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into the if I had to pick one kind of thing. But I wanted to share, just kind of catch up and share some things with you. And starting with this, and I'm not going to go through every little piece. Obviously, I've already opened it. Now, I've already tried to film this a couple times. And very much out of practice. But I had already gone through it when I got it. And I've used a couple things already. But I just wanted to share it with you. And I wanted to say thank you very, very much. Because even though I couldn't use all of it at the time when I got it, it still made me smile and it made me happy, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I needed it. I needed to pick me up. And guess what? I got my own garbage foldy-uppy thing. Yay! Because in all my paper crafting over all the years, I couldn't do this one. I don't know what it was, but I followed the video, I thought. I tried several times, and I just couldn't get the folds right. So, she gave me my very own. So, I'm so tickled. And I'm going to officially, this is going to be the official beginning, of using this one. So, it's replacing, ta-da, this is my version of that because you don't have to fold anything. You just cut the bottom off of a paper bag. This one happens to be a fast food bag. Whataburger, by the way, is pretty dang good. Don't have them in all the states. I don't know, maybe just Southeast or something, but it was full. I dumped it today, and I will retire this one. And as I'm showing you some of these things, I'm sure there's some things I'll talk about, but as I'm showing you this, I'll kind of give you I'll try to be a short and condensed, rendition of what's been going on. But yeah, so I wake up, I don't have the use of my leg, I'm still on oxygen, my arm's not working, so it begins this months and months and months of rehab and testing and all that. I wish I could tell you exactly what they have found, but I can't because I don't know myself. We have ideas, but that's not important at the moment. Look at this pretty ribbon, by the way. Isn't that so sweet? Let's see. Happy Mail, Happy Mail. Bunnies, bunnies, bunnies. Let's see. Yes, that's bunnies. Bunny washi tape. And all these sweet cards with affirmations. Ooh, I have the strength to remain calm in the face of change. That is not my strong suit. Okay, I work on it. I give it my honest effort. But I'm not one that likes change. And I think in my mind I want change. But when it actually happens, I don't. But this one says, I am in the process of making positive changes in all areas of my life. And I am trying that. I really am. And this is such a sweet tag. I love that. I love the colors. Oh, let's see. And all these little bits and bobs. I am progressing. I've, been doing rehab. I started off with home health care. I don't even remember the time frames, probably through the months of October and part of November. I had physical and occupational therapy and the nurse come to the house. I actually already had that in place because I was so sick, and all the oxygen and treatments and breathing treatments, things like that. So I already had physical therapy and nursing home health care in place, and they added occupational therapy for my hand and my arm. So I was grateful that I already had that, because I didn't even know how to get out of the house, to be honest with you, when this first happened. It just, nobody tells you. There's not an instruction manual on, what to do or how to function. It takes time to learn. I mean, people do it, obviously. But you're not born knowing how to do that necessarily. You've learned how to function with your current abilities, and that's what you know. So it's, it's learning to adapt. And oh, look at all the bunnies, all the bunnies, all the bunnies. And this right here, I actually didn't see this one before, and I'm so excited. It looks like a bunny, maybe a die-cut top to a bookmark. So I can't wait to use that. Well, all of it, but I love die-cuts. And I love bunnies. So it's like, hey, it's both of them. Oh, all the sweet little bunny stickers. Wander and live. I love all these words. So I eventually graduated to the home health care. They wanted the PT. They wanted me to go to, as soon as I could, be portable enough, because keeping in mind the breathing and the newfound loss of limb, or loss of use of my limbs. I didn't lose my limbs. They wanted me to get into a program where they could do the neuromuscular stimulation, the neuromuscular re-education stimulation, I think is what it's actually called. And that's not comfortable, by the way. It's very uncomfortable, but I think it was very helpful. Oh, I love these little butterfly buttons. I hope you can see. I don't know if my lighting is good enough, but I don't have all the lights that I had when I was filming before. But I did try to do a couple of videos after that. It just was too hard. And I don't usually shy away from hard, but it was frustrating to me, and so I just didn't need any more frustration. Crafting and hobbies aren't supposed to be that level of frustration, so I really just needed to focus on getting better and, focus on my rehab for a while. And if you watched, let's see, where would that have left off? Well, also when you have to suddenly use a walker or wheelchair, you kind of have to make room in your house. And, if you don't already, we don't have that big of a house, so, some things just had to be put up and moved and, all those things. So that was no fun. But gradually, you know, I've kind of sat back at my table and kind of piddled with things. None of it was film worthy by any means. It still probably isn't, but I'm doing it anyway. Look at the Sizzix pop-up or pop socket. That is so cool. I love that. I love Sizzix. I love die cuts. I love, yeah. And Tail of Peter Rabbit. Okay, now, you know I'm not going to be able to probably cut, no, not probably. You know I'm not going to be able to cut this up. But I can love all over it. Well, that sounded weird. But you know what I mean. Ugh. So sweet. Bunnies and gardens. Bunnies and gardens. As a matter of fact, let's see. Here's more bunnies and gardens. Look at these tags. These are so cute. I love these. I love, love, love. Love. And this is like a little, I want to say mid-century, the graphics. I love that time frame and the illustration. That's the word I'm looking for. And this looks like a Zentangle bunny. That'll be fun to color. I have not, oh, pardon my coffee pot going off. Ruh-roh. So my hand is back, I'd say probably 80%, 80, 85%, something like that. Oh, cute. My fine motor skills, you know, are still lacking. I still don't have the strength in my arm overall. Still working on that. I am not currently in occupational therapy. I had done both physical and occupational therapy for probably about 6 months in the one place that I went after home health care. And, you know, I got better, especially my arm. She was great, absolutely great. The physical therapy, I made progress. I got from, you know, wheelchair to walker. Not fabulous, very slow, very, you know, hold on, time out for a bunny. Bunny stamps. Look at them. Can you see them? Filling my mind with pleasant thoughts is the quickest road to health. Yes, definitely. And this glitter, oh my goodness, this is your glitter Mod Podge, and you're right, it doesn't come off. Oh, I'm so happy. Cool. You have to tell me which one this is, because I see the little color sparkles. I don't know if this is the glitter or the ultra or the, you know, I don't know what they call them all. So you'll have, Allison, you'll have to tell me which one that is. That is so cute. Okay, now I know why you do it. Now I get it. I didn't before, but now I do. I love these things. These are so handy just to pop in your journal. Journal. I have not done any journaling. I think I was on my way to telling you, well, I'll tell you that later. My writing is still really bad. I had always done a written journal. When I started the channel, I was still pretty new to doing the creative daily journal. And I think had I had more of a foundation of that I had done it longer, it was more of a routine and habit, I think that I might have been able to maintain some, but you know, it took me days to put together one page. So it was still very new to me. So I have not attempted that, although my heart is, you know, inching back in that direction. I see a composition book, and those are probably my ultimate love. And except this is my ultimate love right here. This looks just like my little Bogo Bunny. Oh my goodness. He's so sweet. I had no idea how much personality rabbits had. Really did not. Had no idea. I lost my Bogo Bunny in 2020 to cancer, and he broke my heart, but they still bring me joy. One day I'll have another one. Allison knows I love bunnies, if you can't tell. See all the little bunnies? Oh, the little tail. They got the cutest little butts and the cutest little nose. Okay, I'll grow up one day, or not. And we love to fish. Now, I haven't been able to do that either. I did attempt to one time, and I should have videoed it. That's all I have to say about that. I could have been a millionaire by now, because that was definitely would have hit the blooper highlight reel. But I will again one day. It's just not safe for me to do that right now. And so all this fishing stuff. Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much. And I hate that I didn't or couldn't do this. And I mean, I did tell you thank you, but you know, it's always fun to see somebody go through and look at every little thing. So I'm not doing a good job at telling you this story while I'm going through all these little doodads and shiny things and whatever. But if you didn't have something to look at while I was talking, then this would not be a video. It would be called a podcast. And I don't know how to do that. So we're just going to let you look at stuff while I talk. So this is, oh, I don't remember exactly when she sent this. Well, this one came separate. This is from Toby at Bitty Penny, B-I-T-T-Y Penny. She has a YouTube channel. If you don't watch her, you really should. She is just an amazing creative. She is a card maker and an art journaler, and she's just so creative. And I love her style. She has what I consider a free creative style. I can't get out of the little, outside of the lines, outside of the box. I'm trying. And the little OCD thing just trips me up, and things have to be just so and symmetrical and whatever. And I'm really working on that. I mean, you can't tell because I've already plundered through this. Trust me, I plundered through both of them. She had watched, I think she had just started watching some of my videos right towards the tail end, and I think after the one where I was talking about, was talking about the scissors, those adaptive scissors, I think, and I got really frustrated with them because they were like this, but they had a cord, and I think they were just made for young children because they were like the rounded edges and whatever, but I didn't have the ability to, I was going to see if I could find another pair of scissors. So this is like a loose pair. They're pretty loose. For example, my favorite ones, my Tim Holtz, I have the big ones and the little ones. They're very stiff, and I can't open them. I called them my up muscles, didn't work. The things that let me raise my arm and raise my fingers and, up like this. So opening things like this was very difficult. Well, actually, it was almost impossible. So she had told me, she reached out and she said that she had some spring action scissors. And I thought that was just a wonderful, wonderful thought and idea, and very, very sweet of her to send. She sent me these in this box of goodies, things that she die cut and fussy cut. And hey, somebody that'll fussy cut for you, they're your people. I'm not gonna open all of, I'm gonna dump some of them out apparently. I'm not gonna open all of them, but I just wanted to show you some of the sweet goodies that I got, and just to let people know that really did mean a lot to me, and I didn't feel like I got to thank you properly. I think we were trying to find a way that maybe I could do a glue book And so I did try a couple times, but I just really had, I finally got to the place where I knew I just had to focus on my rehab. And, you know, learning to walk, that's no joke. That's so cool. It's embossed. It's an embossed circle. So, especially, you know, trying to do a wheelchair or a walker or whatever, and your hand doesn't quite work, so it's a little difficult. But I have gradually improved. It has been much slower than I would have liked. Oh, that's like court paper. Much slower than I'd like. And so I did, let's see, I was in that one rehab place for like 5 or 6 months. And then I stopped going there. I kind of finished the occupational therapy, or really we got to the point where until my, they call them intrinsic muscles, I knew what to do at home, but until all of those nerves started working again and all of the things and the muscles and whatever, I'm not even going to pretend that I understand. There was really only so much that they could do past that point. So that has gradually, you know, gotten better. The physical therapy, on the other hand, I got a little frustrated with that. They kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to get into that too much, but basically they kind of use the term functional independence, and I was not okay with that. Now, Bitty Penny, did you colored all are these all stamps that you colored and cut out? You're so sweet. Functional independence. They tell me that it can take 1 year or 2 years for nerves to rejuvenate, grow back, whatever terminology you want to use. But yet then after 6 months, or however many months it had been, you know, they didn't say this is as good as it gets, but functional independence, meaning I guess I got to the point where I could dress myself. I still had to have assistance getting in and out of the shower. I still had to have assistance getting in and out of bed. I had just graduated to going into PT in my walker, using my walker at a snail's pace, I might add. So I got a little frustrated with that, and then I ended up not having any PT for almost 2 months, I think. And so it set me back a good ways. These are so cool. I love these little postcards. Oh my goodness. The little pumpkins, and I'm so ready for fall. I know that some of you are not, but I am. It's hotter than Hades here. But anyway, so that is, you know, it is what it is. And so I thought, well, maybe I can do this at home. And I think that's what they were, you know, maybe I can, you know, do some at the gym and some at whatever. And I did get to go to the gym one time, and their equipment was very different than what I had been using, even the same machines. Okay, I'm going to have to do that later. And they were just very different. And I really struggled with using them. And then I got to go one time, and then my husband had a heart attack. And, you know, I don't drive. And he's kind of my ride. And he's my rock and my soulmate and my best friend. And that was devastating. He is doing better. He's recovering well. It was a very serious heart attack. It was 100% blockage. So it was really scary. And, you know, once I knew he was out of the initial woods, you know, out of surgery initially, and then I just fell apart because I realized how dependent on him I was, and still am. And that was scary. I'm just being real. That was very scary. Oh, I'm making a mess, but I'm having fun. So be it, right? Look at all these. This is a pool. Okay, it did take me a minute to figure out what this was. Now I know. And I'm assuming it's a die cut. And I have it backwards. My hand is still fiddly. I almost wasn't quite ready to make a video yet, but I thought, well, you know, just do it anyway. So this is a pool, and you have your little floaties. Of course, some of them look like donuts. So that one can be a donut. We'll just float the donut in the pool. And then you have your little sunbathers. And so, yes, I am finally ready to use some of this stuff, I think. I'm kind of getting back into doing little bits. I'm really struggling here, aren't I? Okay. Not getting that one back in the bag right now. Oh, it's so cute. Cute little stamps. Can you see them if I don't take them out of the bag? They're not like, I don't think they're real postage stamps. I don't see. Well, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, right here. Let's see. No, I don't think they have any posted, but they're like the ticket shape. So cute. Let's see what else. Bigger things I can, you know, I can handle larger items easier, so maybe I can do this without making a total mess all over my table I just cleaned off. So, oh, look at all these little cut aparts and little pattern paper and wow. So cool, so cool, so cool. Yes, I have been, I honestly, I would take this box out, and even though I couldn't use all the stuff, I did use a couple pieces, but I would look at them, and I'm like, okay, this gives me, I can do this one day. I can do this one day. And so, it's one day. One day is here. So, look at all, oh, that's pretty. Look at that bronze shiny paper. Oop, can you hear my train? Oh, ready for Halloween. Look at all the little bits and bobs and... Ooh, that's wood grain. Embossed. Oh, and the bunny with the clouds. Did I already tell you if you don't watch her, you should? Yeah, I think I did. And her YouTube channel is called Bitty Penny. And she just does some of the most amazing cards and art journal and just all kinds of fun stuff over there. And, you know, really sweet person, as you can see. Thank you. Oh, I see a cardinal. Oh, I see birds. I see birds. Hold on. Okay, so Artie and Annie are our cardinals that live in our backyard. And yes, it is the same ones year after year after year. And I know this because, well, I just know this. So Artie and Annie, and right now they are, I can see out my back door and sit outside and watch them feed their little babies. And it's so sweet. And we have blue jays. Oh, there's another pair. So I've been learning about the habits and lives. Wow. Learning about cardinals. So, oh, there's all kinds of goodies in here. And hey, any friend that will fussy cut for you and die cut for you, they're your people. You stick with them. Because that is love right there, isn't it? So, now I want to show you what I have been able to do. Oh, this was the card that she made. This came more recently. But the bunnies, but see? So, isn't that sweet? Thank you, thank you, thank you to both of you. Thank you so much. Let's see, where are we here? And I hate that took so long to get around to showing you all that and thanking them properly for sending me all those goodies, because it's so sweet. And now what? Okay, so what I have been able to do recently, just in the last few weeks, I graduated from, I could hold this pencil like this, and I did draw one. Let's see, is he in here maybe? I don't think so. Yes, he is. This is, I don't know, somebody you're supposed to know. Wes, somebody maybe, you'll know. I didn't know. This was something I drew a little while back, and my occupational therapist was so proud that I could hold, but I did it using this pencil. This is a chunky wood, like a carpenter pencil, but it's round, from Home Depot. And so I drew this guy, whatever his name is that I can't remember. I drew him basically like this, or I had to hold the pencil like this. And that's not ideal. So I did this one, and then I'm like, okay, I don't have it in me to do too many more like that. So then eventually I graduated to this guy. This is like an elementary school triangular whatever, and I could hold him, everything's a him or her. I could hold this one like this. That was a little bit better because it fit snugger. I've tried all these little adaptive thingies, and I have this was my primary writing utensil right here. This was my crafty world for, I don't know, 6 or 8 months, 6 months, something like that. And so I could, yeah, it wasn't really exciting, I will tell you that. That got old when I'm sitting here looking at all these markers and whatever. But then I learned that Copic markers are fatter, and the shape, for whatever reason, I could hold them. So those are alcohol markers. They're not cheap, but nevertheless. So this is, I'm doing a Karen Campbell. I'm in her Awesome Art School, awesomeartschool.com, and I am in her Fun Fab Drawing Club, and it is fun. It is one of the most fun things that I think I've ever done, because she makes it fun. And let's see. Okay. So she puts out a fairy video, and fairies aren't necessarily my go-to. I mean, obviously I would have picked.
I didn't get that. Could you try?
Oh, gotta love these smartwatches. I would rather be drawing bunnies, but fairies is what we're doing, and I'm learning a lot. So she puts out one lesson every 2 weeks, and then you draw one per the lesson, and then you draw 4 more, changing something, changing medium, changing color, changing whatever you want. You put your twist on it. So this was actually, I'm knocking stuff over. This was actually week 2, because that's where I started. I missed week 1. I had to go back and catch up. This was using like a water-soluble pencil. Actually, this is a Derwent Inktense pencil, so it's permanent when it's been activated and dried. So I did this one, and then this was my second one on this. And let's see. I don't know if there might be a glare. I'm sorry. Yep, there is. Let me adjust that light. Nope. That made it worse, didn't it? Okay, let's see if this is... So this was the first graphite one that I was able to get the shading and the darks and the lights, you know, the shadows and the highlights. You know, it helps to have some regular drawing pencils that are darker. Your 2B, 4B, 8B, you know. But all I had them in was regular size, the regular size, you know, like a regular pencil that most grown-ups use. And, you know, I wasn't able to hold that for a while. So I still have to do this every once in a while. I have to do a little bit, and then I have to stop because my hand gets fatigued really fast. But this was the first one I did that I was able to actually use my actual drawing pencil. So I was really excited about that. And now I have really jacked up my lighting so bad. Let's see if that's any better. Okay. So I did that. I have another fairy. I have posted these on Instagram, but I think I've been posting them to my personal Instagram, not my messy Missy Instagram. So this was the original, or the first lesson. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Okay, so this is the first one, and I called, I think it said, what is that song? I have big buns and I cannot lie. I like big buns and I cannot lie. That's what I do. Anyway, so, did her, this is on like tone paper. I haven't done any more of that one. And I still have a bunch to do, but, oh, I know what I was going to show you. Then I did this one off of, and I'm not like in love with how that turned out, but it was the first one I did, I think, without a tutorial, just picking my own reference photo and whatever. And it's not easy, you know, without having that tutorial. This is, you know, just some, well, eyeball practice. You know, you gotta stop and practice all the features every once in a while. And then this one is, this was kind of a first for me. I've been wanting to learn how to draw children because their facial features are different. And I've also been wanting to kind of experiment with colored pencils. Not your Crayola colored pencils, but art grade colored pencils, because I find that, well, when I see other people use them, they blend so smoothly. Now, not so much with the hair, but the face. So I just wanted to give them a try. Some of the ones that I have are not, they're too tiny. They're too, let's see, what would that be? Narrow? Too small for me to hold yet. Now I can, you know, put one of these little foam thingies on and take them on and off every time I use a different color, but, you know, I really am not interested in doing that at this point. I might, though. But anyway, so I found a few. I only have like 5 colors. It's a portrait set. So it's skin tones and then a pink. And they were a little thicker, so I found I could use those. I thought, well, you know, I want to practice both of them at the same time, so why not together? So I'm not crazy about the really dark, harsh line outlining the eye, but you kind of had to have something. And so I had to use like a fine liner or whatever it was, some kind of marker, or ink. And so I think it's a little too harsh for the soft look I was going with her face. But anyway, it's just a little practice. That's what this book is. It's just practice. And I'm doing so much better at that, by the way. Learning to be okay with messing up my books a little bit better. I used to be so afraid I'd have all these journals or all these books that, you know, I would be so afraid to just practice in because I'd be afraid I was going to ruin. If I ruined one page, I ruined the whole book. And I know that's not the case, and actually Gina at the Rebookery is the one who put that initial thought in my head that, you know, that it's okay to you know, it's okay to do that. A lot of times I will do some things on individual sheets. Then those are hard to keep up with and they get messed up, but I still do it depending on what paper I need. So, but she was fun. I actually have digitally remastered her, and I'm going way off on a not a tangent, a squirrel. How's that? This is my digitally remastered girl. I don't know that I'm finished with her, but so that's the same girl. I'm just working on a little bit more because, well, obviously, electronically, I have way more colors to play with than I do in real life. So that's nice. That is, I think, all for that book. I have another one that I've practiced other things in, but this is just ones that I've kind of started using recently. So, all right, put your sunglasses on. Ready? Bam. She's bright, huh? She's very bright. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Yeah, this was fun. This was week 3. This was using Copic markers and with rainbow hair. And so I just love all the colors. I used to be a rainbow junkie. Probably elementary school, somewhere in there. Late elementary school, maybe. I had a rainbow shirt, you know. I just, the actual rainbows, not just the colors, but I know they were popular. Probably I was in maybe 4th or 5th grade, something like that. But I've always loved rainbows. And who wouldn't want rainbow hair? Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should have a midlife crisis and just do that. Of course, I guess some people don't see that as a midlife crisis. They just see that as an everyday. I'm just not that brave. I want to be brave. Anyway, she was really fun. It took a lot of ink, a lot of time to sit here and just go, wee, you know, with the marker. But it was just such a freeing. If you haven't ever gone wee with a marker, you really ought to try it because it's pretty cool. Let me see if that helps at all. I think the light casts a shadow over here. So I was trying to just use the natural light, but anyway, you can tell me which one's better. But it seriously was just this wee. So things that also are giving me practice with my hand, I'm cutting myself some slack. I mean, I'm happy with her. Hair is not my, strong suit. Ears were not. Now, one thing about the fairies is it's forcing me to learn how to draw ears. Eventually, I have to shorten them up a little to make non-fairy ears, but it's forcing me to focus on that. It's also getting you to experiment and go past that initial tutorial. You do one with the tutorial. I think I've already said that. You do one with the tutorial or one following the instructor, and then you do 4 more on your own, changing something. So I think that is, I think that's great practice. And that is a free course, by the way. You can sign up. She has a Facebook page. You can sign up on awesomeartschool.com. The fairy, what do we call it? The hashtag is 50 Fun Fab Fairies. The art challenge. This is our scorecard. Oh, hey, I could just give you information. I don't think she would mind passing this along since this is a free course. I have not checked off all of I haven't been keeping up with my scorecard. But that's the hashtag, 50 Fun Fab Fairies. So, and you can go look at the range of talent. There's some people that are brand new, and there's some people that are, they've been doing this for years and years. So there's, that's one thing I love about her Facebook page. I'll just let you read that information if you want to. one thing that I love about this community is, A, she doesn't let you beat yourself up, or only for a minute, and then she'll smack your hand. And then B, everybody is supportive, and there's such a variety. You never feel embarrassed to post your work. Not even in the very, very beginning, and not even when you get brave and you kind of go off on a limb and you try something that doesn't really work, like this. I don't know where my little ink and wash and ink flower picture went, but I had been trying that. That was with a different artist, a class that somebody else was doing, and you know, it's basically dropping ink and learning to be loose, which is what I'm really working on. You drop the ink and then you draw, you doodle or whatever, and it was really fun. So I thought, well, why not take that and incorporate it into the fairies. And I have all these pretty bottles of inks with droppers, and I mean, they're meant to be dropped onto paper, right? So, and I just love doing that, and you know, and then, you know, letting it run and all those fun things. That doesn't work quite as well with portraits. It's apparently better with something a little more abstract. And but anyway, I struggled with the skin tone, obviously, because by the time I mixed up all the colors and everything, and then you're trying to draw around all of that, so it was still fun, and that's all that matters. She just has a very abstract looking face, and I actually don't dislike it. I really kind of like that look, that just, I don't even know what to call it, but anyhow. So, oh, one more. Now, this is a book that I recently found, and I was very excited to find it. I think I'm shaking you everywhere, but pardon me. This is for like alcohol markers. It's a Bristol sketchbook. Bristol paper is, if you don't know, it's very thick and it's very smooth. So for alcohol markers especially, it just glides right over it. And don't laugh at my Elvis. He had a rough day. That's all I'm going to say. But he was a lot of fun. I'm in her Fun Fab drawing class. She has a mixed media society. I'm in that too. She has 3 different classrooms in her art school. So I'm in the Fun Fab drawing and the mixed media. And in the Fun Fab drawing club, we've been doing, most recently, the fairies is something different. The drawing the decades, and she started with the 20s and the 30s, and I missed some of that. 20s, 30s, 40s. The first one I showed you might have been one of the 40s girls. I don't know. Anyway, so now we're up to the 50s, and of course we're doing Elvis. Can't wait I think Marilyn Monroe is next week. So I may jump the gun and do that early. But anyway, but after a while my hand doesn't want to, you know, hold the marker, right? And it still has the dropsies, so I dropsied one of the darker markers, probably the black, I don't know, on his face. And I was kind of upset for about 2 seconds, and I'm like, nope, he's getting freckles and a 5-day shadow. So there we go. And trying to give his suit some texture, almost like that velour, you know, velvet, whatever. So, but he's fun. And then this is the, I think it's supposed to be, it's called a 50s mod house. I don't know. Anyway, I think it, because of my color scheme, looks more like the Bradys live here. This looks like something Mr. Brady designed. I got a little carried away with all the faux siding. You know, we were doing this as part of the lesson, and I'm like, well, that was fun, so let's do it here and here and here and here. And then I got to here, and I don't know if you can see it or not, I got to there and then wanted to do all of the, what? I did the stonework. All the little dibbles of stone. Anyway, so I think that is it as far as the art, or what I've been doing. The other thing I've been doing is, I'm just going to bring her back for a second just because she's bright and cheerful to look at, I guess. And let's see. I've been making some cards. I've already given those out, so I don't have them here to show you. I have posted a few of the pictures, and I'll post some more. We had a lot of birthdays in June in our family, so, and then he finished his cardiac rehab, so I made thank you cards for his 2 nurses, and I don't know, a couple of cards. Sister, his birthday, my sister's birthday, Allison's birthday was in June, and some others. And so I'm having fun doing that. I'd like to think that I'll make a card video soon. I don't feel like I'm at, hold on a second. Phew, excuse me. I don't feel like I'm technically sound enough on card making to do a video. I'm still kind of new at it. I like the ones that I've made. I'm not like, doubting that or anything. I just, my process is very awkward, much like with everything else. So if I can have it planned out and like all of my die cuts or all of my stamped images, everything ready to go, and then just show you the coloring process or whatever, I might do that. I enjoy watching people color, a little bit sped up and with a voiceover for some music. But anyway, I mainly just wanted to catch up, and I will tell you more in another video, but I am actually off to my pool therapy today, and I've started, about a month ago, I started with another rehab place, more, their specialty is neurology, I guess, and so geared for more long-term rehab. It's at one of the local hospitals, so I'm trusting that, it's a slow start. I don't know that have made any significant progress yet, but I'm not, I'm not gonna get too upset about it just yet. We'll see. Yeah. So, but that was it. I appreciate, I've missed doing this. I really have, and I've missed everybody. Your world gets really small and lonely when you stay home and you don't have connections with people. And even though this feels like a one-sided connection when I'm actually doing this, it still feels like a connection. And then, your comments, you get to know people, see people around on social media, and I really I had gotten to where I just was really embarrassed to go around people. I didn't want people to watch me walk, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to de-hermit myself a little bit and reach out, because it got a little dark in my world for a little while. And yeah, so I will I'll tell you more on the next episode of where I've been. But y'all have a great day, and I will talk at you next time. Bye.